we got sued. And I wanted to tell you the story of why we got sued because as a business owner, it's very expensive when we get sued, right? Because we have to hire attorneys, we have insurance. I probably signed an NDA, so I maybe shouldn't say this, but I'm not going to drop names. About 5 or 6 years ago, we were contacted by a realtor who asked us to come out and do an inspection of a roof. I was like, if the homeowner's okay with it, we charge a $75 verbal inspection fee. She's like, perfect. I went out to the house. I got up on the roof. It was a unique roof where it's made of wood. It's called a cedar shake. I was able to get into the attic and see a bunch of rotten wood and ask the current homeowner if there's leaks. And he's like, yeah, there's definitely leaks. I notice pipe boots being rotten. I notice just a bunch of issues with the roof. The shingles themselves were in really great shape. And that's half the battle of a new roof is like, hey, the shingles will last, but the installation may not. I determined that the roof, probably the shingles had 5 years left in the life of it, but there were some workmanship items that needed to be done. And then 8 weeks go by before she actually closes on the home. She never asked for a tarp. She never asked for the repairs to be done prior to. She didn't ask for anything to be done. Once that 8 weeks went by and it rained and all those things and she closed on the house, she hired us immediately to come out and fix the roofs. About 6 weeks later, she shoots me a text message and says, hey, we discovered mold in our house. Now, granted, it could have been wood rot or it could have just been rot or it could be mold. I mean, who really knows? But she had told me that. And so I said, hey, let me swing by and make sure that there's no active leaks that we can see. About 3 months after that, we got served certified mail suing us for negligence, saying that we told the homeowner for $75 that the roof had 5 years of life left in the roof. Of course, we never wanted to not sell the homeowner a new roof. I mean, this new roofing system would have been $60,000, $80,000. Instead, I said, hey, there's plenty of life left in it. Let's do it for, I think it was a $4,800 repair. But I used my best judgment and said, hey, there's plenty of time left in the roof. They had a roofer come out and say, oh, absolutely, the roof has to be replaced. It's in terrible condition. It's leaking everywhere. And she didn't give us that opportunity to come out and basically combat that story. She sued the home inspector, she sued the realtor, she sued the roofer, she sued everyone. Of course, my insurance company got involved because they sued us for $100,000 for negligence, for the cost of the roof, for all the other things that people can sue you for. And I wanted to go to court. The insurance company was like, no, we're not going to court. And at that moment, it frustrated me so much because I felt that I did the right thing. I told the homeowner what I thought and what I found out after the fact. And this is not throwing shade on attorneys, but they were attorneys and they knew that they could sue us. I think ultimately, what's the moral of this story? Yeah, it does stink being the business owner and getting sued. But I think if you own a home or you own a property, a commercial property, or you own a rental property around the area, you really need to get it inspected. And you need someone to give you their honest opinion and feedback of what they see. And then the company, our fault in this is that we should have been really clear. If we do these repairs, then you may get 5 years out of it. I spoke in matter of fact, telling the homeowner that, hey, you've got 5 years left in the life of the roof, but I couldn't foresee the future. I didn't know how much rain was coming. At the end of the day, is if you buy a house, get it inspected, and if you see an issue, especially with one of the crucial parts of the home, which would be foundation, which would be heating and air conditioning unit, or even the roof, you need to have a specialist out to come out and tell you what's going on with the roof and what needs to be addressed.